Welcome to AlphaWit Thursdays. I am Wit, and I am absolutely drenched to be here.
I'm ready to start.
Well,
Anytime.
alright. That's Alpha. We are, and by we I mean I, am playing through Subnautica Below Zero because I haven't beaten it yet because I'm too scared.
And somehow my presence is supposed to help you with this.
You are doing a mix of cajoling, coaxing, and verbally abusing me into completing this game. So let's dive back in. I went through my Steam files to see what happened to my old game, and unfortunately that game was backed up to the cloud, and I could either delete what we had done last week or delete my old file, so I chose to keep what we had done last week for continuity's sake. We're just gonna have to get where I had left off.
I am apparently waiting on a very important email from Discord.
It wasn't even an email. It was when I opened Discord on my phone, it asked me to do it.
Oh, really?
They'll make it incredibly obvious. And you can postpone it, but every time you open Discord, once they're ready for you, they'll ask you every time.
I just hope by the time they do, my username is still available to me.
It's true. I think the DX at the end will be what saves you.
And if it's not, I'm just gonna tack fucking 69 on the end.
Attaboy. That's absolutely the right thing to do.
Always.
I forgot how long this load time was, but I guess it makes sense. There's a lot of stuff in this game, and an awful lot of water effects. And we get to watch the pangolin hop along the bottom.
Speaking of things in the water, my coworkers and I are very much into our SpongeBob memes. So there's, hey Patrick, what's funnier than 24? 25.
I see.
Hey Patrick, what's funnier than 68?
Okay, that's pretty good.
420.
The AI consciousness inside of our head would like our attention, so I'm going to answer his cell phone call.
You do not trust Alterra?
No, neither do you.
But your sister was Alterran.
My sister was my sister. She worked for Alterra.
My people do not perceive a difference. We are what we work for.
Well, Sam wasn't.
Don't say that. That's too existential.
Would find a way to clip Sam's wings.
That's no good.
I tried to warn her, and she was stubborn, just like me. Ever since I was a kid, I always wanted to be so different from her. Scrappier, faster, way less play by the rules.
Was Sam working in the best interest of Alterra?
Yes, but they definitely didn't think so.
We believe that individuals may operate in the best interest of the collective or against the best interest of the collective. There is no in-between to us.
So you always saw eye to eye on absolutely everything with your network?
No.
I sense there's more to this story.
And more to your sister's story as well.
That's fine. Change the subject.
I wonder if my microphone picks that up.
I have determined the location of some important technology. I implore you to investigate.
Will this help?
I just realized I'm not paying any attention to the stream, so I don't know.
My stomach. I'm in some gastric distress.
I just farted out, nobody will complain.
That's the thing, is I medically technically don't do that anymore, but you will have to tell that to my stoma, because he certainly thinks that he does. That will be useful later. Getting a thermos will allow us to make coffee, which will help keep us warm.
There's a thermos among us.
That was terrible.
I know, and I feel bad. Except I don't.
No, you don't feel nearly bad enough. Oh good, we can make batteries now. Oh, we can make power cells.
Have you ever licked a battery to test its charge?
Like, only once or twice. It turns out I hate it. It's no good.
Yeah, kind of tastes like acid.
Oh, terrible. That was bad, and you should feel bad? Oh,
That's nothing. The air outside tastes like Pompeii.
Yeah. We happen to be in the part of America that is currently experiencing the smoke from the current Canadian wildfires.
I always knew Canada did nothing but blow smoke.
Now.
And they've proven it anyway.
I feel bad for them.
Yeah, me too.
It must be a real bummer.
Pretty hot time.
Ugh, terrible. I probably don't really need all of this.
It could be worse.
I mean, yeah, so everything could always be worse. When did that battery get charged?
At the very least, it's a lit party.
Oh, terrible. Very bad.
I'll shut up now.
That seems like it might be a bug, but it's a bug in my favor, so I have absolutely no intent of reporting it. Station dock. We don't...
See, I don't have that luxury at my day job to ignore that. At home, however, I can ignore as many bugs as I want.
Dismiss some of these voice logs. And on my own time, I will dismiss some of these.
The
Yeah.
cool thing about the game we're playing right now is after last night's stream with Kuro, I can recycle a lot of those jokes.
Oh, because of the water temple.
Uh-huh.
Awful.
I tried to convince her to light the torches while they were still drenched, but she wouldn't humor me.
No, she's very pragmatic when it comes to video games.
Survival rate would be greatly enhanced with the construction of an underwater vehicle.
It's not that I don't want to.
We've already built one.
Yeah, that's less... I mean, I think that does count as a vehicle in diving parlance. But they want me to have something called a sea truck. And I have to find all of the parts for it.
I mean, you know, it'd be a really cheap, economical way to accomplish the same thing as an underwater vehicle. Just buy a can of canned air, like the kind of aerosol you use for a computer, and just
hold
shoot
it behind
that
you?
in the water. Yeah.
I don't think it's enough.
Either that or build yourself an internal cybernetic farting machine that never stops.
You mean like the way my stomach feels tonight?
I wasn't going to draw that parallel, but
That's
just
certainly how
a general propulsion. I mean, propulsion, but yeah, okay.
A fire extinguisher might have enough
Force.
air displacement to move a body through water. There's just so much drag in water. I'm gonna make us a med kit because we don't have a bed.
What are you going to do, sleep inside the medkit?
No, but I can see how you would draw that conclusion from the extremely little information I just gave with that statement. No, healing is either medkits or sleep-in.
Ah.
And I can do one of them, and so I will.
Just in case the occasion arises while we're in the depths, are there condoms in that medkit?
No, this is only for after something has gone wrong, not before.
Alright, fine, I'll just use a gauze pad instead.
Oh, can't recommend that. Turns out I had one. That's fine.
Well, I mean, if you don't have the proper equipment, there's nothing under the category of recommended. You kind of just have to do what's available to do.
Yeah, I just think you'd be better off with nothing. Maybe not better off, but...
It'll stop the seminal flow, okay?
Gauze? Are we talking about the same stuff? Gauze is so porous.
I don't care, I want it.
Well, I mean, listen, if you've got a kink, just own up to the kink, but don't claim that it's gonna help.
It will if I modify it. All I gotta do is pour some cement over it while it's in its shape and just let it harden. Nothing will penetrate that.
You know, epoxy resin might work.
Hey, whatever gets it done.
Let me cook these fish.
And also, And also, to address your other point, my kink is enemas, not gauze pads.
Well, at least he's honest. Okay. We're all...
We're all good here?
Yes. I wish I had a little more storage. I am on the hunt for sea truck fragments.
Are those things that build the underwater vehicle?
Oh, actually, yeah, that first. I need the mobile vehicle bay. And then... Oh, I can build the sea truck! I'll be all the way damned. Okay, then all I need is this. And those are usually not super far from here. Or at least the parts, that's a nasty night. Alright, so...
Hey, at least the sky is clear.
Yeah,
Now explain something to me.
I wish I could.
Why does your temperature drop when you're out of the water, whereas in the water, which is arguably so much colder, does the temperature normalize?
That's an interesting question. I can make up some reasons.
I'm listening.
Wind chill.
I
And the
mean,
fact that salinated water can only get so cold. And don't get me wrong, it can get so cold.
wait, did you just say the water's salivating?
Salinated. Containing salt. Ocean water.
Oh, got it.
Hello? Oh, I thought that went somewhere.
I thought somebody was drooling.
No, not yet. That happens sometimes when I sleep.
Oh,
Anything good down here?
I mean, there's a suck plant.
There is one of those. I don't want a sea glide, I want a mobile vehicle bay. Yes, yes, hello? No, you stay over there, fellas. I have no quarrel with you.
Eat them.
No, I've never been fast enough. Although, maybe, okay. In the first game, there was an upgrade to your knife where it became like a hot knife. And when you killed a fish with it, it would instantly cook it.
That sounds so incredibly Shadows over Loathing like.
It does,
To be
doesn't
able
it?
be able to fashion a hot knife.
It had like a heating element in it.
I mean, I think I can safely say here that there's a molten handsaw weapon right along that line.
Alright, yeah, that's basically the same thing, huh?
Except bigger. And considerably stronger in terms of damage bonus.
I wish they would let us get that creative here. Think of the carnage.
Which reminds me, I need a way to BS some of my stats in that game.
Hey, our last fragment. Excellent. Alright, let's...
Reality is no longer fragmented. Hooray!
Huzzah! Oh, did I not scan you yet? How's that possible? Come here. Gimme. Great. While I'm surfacing, let me... Computer chip. Computer chip. Interesting. Table coral sample. Table coral sample. Which one is the table coral? I think they're the ones that are on the walls over here. And it's either these big ones, or they're more intermittent little ones. You don't really look like tables, huh? Nope. Keep an eye out for sharks, please. Oh, like him. Oh, but right behind him.
Hey, I see a shark.
Yeah, but I also see a Give me that.
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
Something is glowing.
I do believe that means your oxygen will fall faster.
That is true. We're fine. We're doing great.
Oh, now I'm pissed.
Why?
I can't BS my M stats.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh well. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you're gonna scare the shit out of me by making a microphone noise that was loud for a second. Ebba! No, please don't.
Oh wait, my mission here is not to propagate fear?
I don't know, pick a week when I'm feeling a little less fragile.
Okay.
Okay. So, let's get a gulp of air. And
Yes,
let
let's
us
suck
return.
wind.
Huh. Return to our base, because I think we have just about all we need. At least to build the builder. Let's speed this up.
What's his name?
Well, thankfully this is all handled by robots, so we don't have to name it unless we really want to.
I was just curious if the builder had a name.
No, but we can name the vehicle. If we've got a good name for a little one-man sub.
Unfortunately, I only have a good name for a builder. I don't have one for anything else.
My wife suggested a name, but it would get me thrown off of Twitch, so we're not going to use that suggestion.
Stand by just a second.
You're going to try and message her for what it was?
Inquiring minds must know what came out of your mouth. That can't
Darling,
be
is your phone near you?
on Twitch.
Her phone is not near her, but I will type it to you because I'm a very good friend.
Why, thank you. But I said inquiring minds must know what came out of your mouth that can't be said on Twitch.
Yes. Where? Not this one. This one. It's in the group chat with no context.
Wait, why is that TOS?
I don't think you're allowed to say that word. Certainly not in that context.
Well, let's tempt them. Wagon, 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 wagon.
Very funny. I thought I had a creepvine sample back here, but it turns out I don't. So, let me scoot out to get some seeds.
First of all, I approve of this name suggestion, and second of all, I can't wait to hear what Silver and V have to say to that.
Yeah, without the context.
Yeah.
That's like my very heartfelt message for V immediately followed. Not immediately, but I don't think she's gonna check the timestamps.
Oh! I just realized how they string together if you don't look at the time. Oh god.
Yeah.
I kind of hope she comes in here just to challenge you and then leaves again.
Yeah, I would deserve it. Computer chip. I need gold and copper wire. Lord. She's going through enough. She doesn't need my bullshit.
On the contrary, that may be exactly the levity and remedy she needs.
I was kind of thinking that too, though. If anything could spring her out of it just for a moment, it would be gently turning her wrath upon me.
By your own hand.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Alright, so this is just about done.
A mobile vehicle bay.
Let me get some more water.
So we can land that thing somewhere and recharge the vehicle and then fly again, right?
No, actually. We're gonna make a whole new one. A bigger one. A better one. One that will keep me slightly safer.
Bigger, better, faster, stronger.
Yes. Okay. Oh boy, okay. This
I
is
see
gonna
some of
take
those.
some doing.
I see some of those power cells, and I'm reminded of Gizmos and Gadgets.
Oh yeah?
Namely the hydrogen cells. One of the cells in there kind of looks like that. You remember that playthrough? That was fun.
Barely. So long ago.
Yeah, probably. We may have hit the 5-year mark on that one, actually.
Uh, probably.
Alpha Star DX, Gizmos,
I
Gadgets.
really only have one quartz. I'm gonna have to go on another quartz hunt. I don't want a wiring kit. I do want a wiring kit.
Oh, we've surpassed 5.5 years on that.
Oh damn, okay.
November 26, 2017. Barely a month and a half after we started.
Okay, so I
So
need...
this was the first Super Solvers thing we did. Oh, and
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Kura was on the first part too.
Oh, really?
This would have been not very long after the Pikmin incident,
Oh.
which was had to be late October. Let me see. Yeah, definitely before. Yeah, October 26th. 2 weeks. 2 weeks after we started.
That's kind of wild.
All these nostalgic tie-ins. Actually follows up well. Today was 90s throwback day at work.
Did you observe in any way?
Oh yes, I got all the retro candy that was upstairs. And I also put up a couple of old music videos from the time. One involving George of the Jungle and one that was on the Goofy movie VHS.
Oh, the George of the Jungle one, was that Rusted Roots on the way? No, that wasn't George of the Jungle.
No, the one I'm referring to was Savion Glover, the dancer.
On the way was Matilda.
Yeah.
An incredible song.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that at the time though. Two I had were that video and Dr. Looney's Remedy.
We are looking for lead?
I firmly believe that our generation had the best childhoods there will ever be. And that's knowing what came before us and what's come out since we grew up.
Well, it's
We
nice
had,
to have loyalty to it.
I mean, who had the most hop in music?
I mean, everybody thinks it's their own generation.
Who had the revolution of 3D gaming? And I mean real 3D gaming.
I mean, yeah, there's the video games thing is hard to argue with.
Yeah, that's objectively us. We as kids were there when real 3D came out.
True.
And it's still the most novel thing ever. Like, I will still take a very horribly graphic N64 game today over many modern games that have all the bells and whistles.
Passing 100 meters.
Because the games
Oxygen
then were
efficiency
just that
decreased.
much better.
Yeah, some rely a little too much on their graphics to make up for poor or uncreative gameplay.
Warning.
Yeah, yeah,
30
yeah.
seconds of oxygen remaining.
And then what else are we looking for? We're looking for a little more quartz.
V answered
Oh,
with just a question mark and literally nothing else.
I can see why she would be a little confused.
Should I give her the context?
Yeah, you might as well. I don't want her to be distressed.
We needed a name for our mobile. What's that thing called again?
Uh,
Mobile
it
vehicle. What?
it will eventually be called a sea truck.
Right, but what is it now?
Right now, it's just a mobile vehicle builder or bay. We're not naming that. That would
Mobile
be
vehicle. Yeah,
that was
for our.
Rissa's suggestion for the truck.
We needed a name for our future sea truck. Kuro decided to make that her contribution to the discussion. Wit decided it couldn't be said on international Webovision.
I'm standing by that.
I believe otherwise. V says it can be, though.
I don't know. I'm not taking any
Warning.
chances.
Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I agree with you, but it's not my show.
Not today, bitch.
If it was my show, I abso-fucking-lutely would. I mean, I tempted the Twitch Lords and they haven't shut us down yet.
I'm happy for you.
Warning. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Let me know if you do decide you want to be permanently shut down someday, and that's exactly the torpedo I'm going to throw.
I like the sound of that. It's always good to have an exit plan.
Always leave him cringing, am I right?
I'll admit that's not how I thought the phrase went, but this is not actually.
I mean, I could leave them laughing, but the thing is, everybody leaves them laughing. But it takes true talent to make somebody cringe.
Well, I guess it depends on exactly the kind of cringe. That can be a real needle to thread. Okay, I would have liked to find a little more lead, but we found the one that we needed, so I'll take it.
Oh, by the way, that intro you wanted to steal.
Oh, that was it.
Oh.
I just think it's a funny thing to say about someone. What do we need for rubber? Really interesting. Fine.
I thought I asked about the condoms earlier.
The real kind, unfortunately.
You
I'm
mean
glad
the kind that you line it with and have to like blade it off when you're done? That kind of rubber?
Yes?
Or are you talking something else?
I don't know what's happening anymore. Gotta stop hitting that button.
What's happening is I'm trying to distract you from all the horrible things in the water.
Yeah, but now you're just distracting me from building stuff, and that's even more confusing. Come here.
Oh.
Come here. On our way home, I have to pick up a creepvine seed. And that should be pretty much it.
Well, I'd suggest you do it within the next 28%.
Oh, yeah. Here they are.
Also, vroom vroom.
I do like scooting around on this. It makes me feel good.
There's some scooting around in Shadows over Loathing too,
Oh, yes?
if you wear the right shoes.
I did not see that part when I tuned in the other day.
The main character will literally scoot his ass across the ground, no
Oh,
matter what
Lord.
the ground happens to be.
That's pretty funny. Alright.
Yeah, Blue thought it would be funnier if it was a wolf face character rather than the fish face character we had for it.
That would be pretty funny. She's not wrong.
And it sounds like the Friday night party wants to keep doing stuff after we finish.
I'm really glad to hear that.
I am too. Question is what, though? We're taking next week off for outside busyness.
That's right, there is a convention coming up.
Yeah, tomorrow night should be the end of Shadows over Loathing for our run, so that's a good time to have a week off in between to figure out what exactly will we do next. Did a surprise stream on Tuesday with Silver.
Oh, that's right. I meant to check some of that out, but it... Oh, I definitely... Oh no, I did need to make that. Okay, good.
Yeah, if you've ever played Drug Wars for DOS, it's pretty much that, just with a new backdrop story.
Wow, I sure haven't.
Yeah, Drug Wars was a text game. Like, entirely text, and it was about effectively playing the stock market, but with hard drugs.
Huh.
Specifically, ludes, speed, weed, acid, heroin, and cocaine.
Well...
You know, the kind of world I spend my time in anyway.
Yeah, uh-huh. I need yet more quartz.
You know, you wouldn't have to count so high if you counted in gallons instead.
Terrible.
I drink milk, therefore I speak in gallons.
The way you go through it, yeah.
It's actually gone far enough that I've made it a part of my current Pathfinder campaign.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I always drink high amounts of milk anyway, but like, so that I'm not dipping into the group's drinks that they bring in together. At least not too far. I bring my own drink to kind of bolster my own habits. And yeah.
That makes sense, and it's kind of you.
It became a thing where now it's been integrated into my my character.
That's very funny.
He's got several problems. First of all, he's a stinking drunk. He has lust problems, and he has a type. He's got hallucinations in the brain where, and this doubles up as my attempt to get the DM actually in the game in some capacity. That every time the DM gives some of the story of what's going on, my character says, "Hey guys, the narrator just said," and they're all thinking he's seeing things that aren't there. So it's like, do we need to hide the fucking keg?
I mean, obviously. I think the answer to that character is, uh-huh.
Yeah, I keep trying to make the DM like a narrator out of Rocky and Bullwinkle who will talk to the characters. Like pick any Hanna-Barbera narrator.
Yeah.
And that kind of fourth wall be damned hilarity. That's what I'm shooting for. Unfortunately, the DM is experienced enough not to actually fall into that. It's still funny to try though, and it adds to the fact that the alcohol is kind of fucking with his head.
Yeah.
And in return for all of those repeated attempts, the DM actually instituted a fortitude save against me every time I drink out of my milk gallon that I bring.
Ah, that's
So like
very clever.
if he sees me drinking, he says fort save. Fortunately, my fortitude rating is high enough that the only way I can have any negative effect happen is to roll a nat 1.
Oh wow. Damn.
Otherwise, the DC is made so low that I can't fail otherwise.
Oh.
So it's kind of like an extra step in the insanity just to prove the point. And we're patiently awaiting the day that I do roll that very poorly timed nat 1. He told me the consequences of that happening will be very severe indeed. That's
Oh,
literally all he said.
that's so threatening.
And I'm like, you know what? I look forward to it. So yeah, that's how I made use of my horrible milk drinking habits.
Now, is that a full power cell? See, I could have gotten away with it, and that's what I should have done.
If it weren't for those meddling fish.
Yeah. I should have taken the almost done battery out of this and put the fresh battery back in, because you could take 2 dead batteries and make a fully charged power cell. Oh well.
So you've got power cells.
I have 1 power cell, which thankfully is all we need.
What about power freezes? Or power Vegetas?
Oh, Lord.
Power bottoms, power tops.
Okay. This is a good spot.
I'm not a power bottom or a power top. I'm just a power.
Whoops. No, come back. Come back. Okay.
And because nobody's watching this and nobody's probably going to watch on Sunday, that's exactly how we're going to introduce Duke forever.
Alrighty, go! Deployed. And now I get to climb up on it. And we got these little drone fellers. And we tell the drone fellers, please, it goes into space? Since when?
We tell the drone fellers where to stick it.
Indeed. I give them all the stuff, and they begin.
So
Look
what
at them
exactly
go.
are they looking? I guess
There
they
it goes.
found it.
Oh, they
Boy,
weren't scanning. They were building. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
Boy,
Uh,
that thing felt like Angel Island without the Master Emerald.
Man, what a reference. And so this?
Which Sonic was that?
Oh, I don't know. I've never played a single Sonic game.
Really?
Nope, not ever, not once. We were not a Sega household.
Well, that was Sonic 3, the game where Knuckles was introduced.
Did anyone like it? I know there's some
Um,
pretty unpopular Sonic games.
Sonic 3 was not one of the more unpopular ones, unless the people playing them were not a fan of Michael Jackson, who apparently had a lot to do with the Sonic 3 soundtrack.
That does sound vaguely familiar.
Mm. No, the vastly unpopular one was Sonic 06.
Yeah, among others. Sonic and the Black Knight, I heard, was also pretty terrible.
Anything involving humans aside from Robotnik is a bad Sonic game in my personal estimation. Sonic is a game for furries, man. The humans should be enemies. And the one human who's in most of the games is the enemy, so
That makes sense. We are not going to find Diamond anytime soon.
and who the fuck thought to incorporate machine guns? Like, whose brilliant idea was that to make Shadow the Hedgehog a gun-toting maniac?
Yeah, it is a little weird. Okay, we're gonna turn this off. We're gonna turn these off. Okay, so do you remember the lady on the island from last week?
Vaguely.
Oh, she didn't really look like a lady. She looked like a big mech suit that sort of jumped out at us and told us to get lost, basically.
Yeah.
We're
Wait,
gonna go.
Are we sure it was a lady?
Yes.
Okay. I was gonna ask if you checked the genitals on it.
On the mech?
Yes.
None genitals.
None genitals?
Correct.
So that's not very fuckable, unfortunately.
No, we're a little busy. I don't
would've
think
liked
that's super high on our list of needs at the moment.
maybe not our list. I mean,
God, these monsters are so loud. They freak me out very badly. Even when they're not that close. They're real loud. What are you?
they really don't do you any favors when trying to sleep, huh?
Okay, that's not too close. Okay, excellent, excellent, excellent. I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna scan this real fast. No? Really? Not scannable? Go to hell. Fine. Be that way. Where were we headed? Not that way. This way.
25 Celsius, not bad. Oh, it's getting hot fast.
These are volcanic vents. Stop me if you see any diamonds.
Have you ever
Is
sat
that
on a
lead?
volcanic vent?
No, and I would recommend neither of you.
No, but it would probably feel really good.
I disagree.
Do you like the heat?
Not like that, I don't.
Mm.
Also, no. In general, I don't like any temperature.
See, I don't like the heat unless it's pressurized and concentrated in a comforting way.
Like a jacuzzi.
Yeah. Or a volcanic geyser.
Okay, now you've lost me again, because those are hundreds of degrees. Please don't, please don't!
Aw, little sea puppy.
This little sea
Come here.
puppy just did damage to a submarine.
Come here, puppy. Come here.
No, thank you. I don't even like the things in this game that you're supposed to like.
We want to play. Come on. Come here,
We
puppy.
do not. We do not want that.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Wit
Ow, ow,
wants
ow,
to
ow, ow.
play.
No, leave me alone. Bit me again. You can see my little wrench
Power
icon.
level, yeah. Well, your oxygen seems to be normalized.
Okay, this is an awful lot of big open water. I don't love that for me. Did you hear something?
Nothing unusual.
Warning. Maximum depth
Whoops.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay, it is very unforgiving of you going too deep.
So is my love life. You know I
Okay.
love you, but I'm in too deep.
So I have to really monitor that
Warning.
number.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
So, because that certainly looks like it's still headed down from here.
So you got two choices. Either hop out and let your oxygen do the talking, or stay in and risk getting crushed.
Well, I have a third choice, and this is a little bit metagamey. There is a module. Oh, interesting. That increases how deep I can go. But I did not have the ingredients for it. But I think this is a signal. What was that? Oh, it was you.
That was a noise.
That's the thing, is they make such a loud noise.
There's the friend. Hi, friend.
That they sound like they're a much bigger creature, and that's why I'm not fond of them. What are you doing out here? You are supposed to be in a different biome altogether. Get out of here. Go. I think that maybe perhaps diamonds are not as hard to find as I remember. And that in order to... Oh, the whales! Okay.
Diamonds are unbreakable.
That I need to build that depth upgrade in order to go find the lady. Let me hop out and scan these guys. They are peaceful, but real big, and thus faster than me. Get back here.
Careful not to put that thing somewhere where they'll become not friendly.
Okay, not too close. Not too close. There we go. Okay. Whoa! Okay.
Did you get it?
Yes, I did. Get out of here. Okay. Buzz off. These are very neat, these lily pads. They're so strong and so buoyant that they can lift up pieces of rock. Does anyone remember where I parked? There it is.
I have no idea.
I would like to see if I can walk on this. Let me up. Come on. Bow.
Once more into the breach.
Meow. No. It's not looking good. No, they got the walls. What about you? You're little. Hey! Cool. There's no reason to have done this, other than it looking very cool. And because I've always wanted to do this when I go to the botanical garden. Love that for me. Very satisfying.
I mean, if you're looking for a botanical garden,
seek shelter.
Honey Pop has one.
That will get me thrown off of Twitch.
I never said anything about streaming it. I just said go visit the garden.
I don't know. If I wanted to visit a botanical garden, I would, like, visit a botanical garden. You know?
You mean like a real one?
Yeah, there's a good one up in North Jersey my parents go to all the time. Let's drink a drink.
I do like drinking.
So, how far below are we talking?
Mathematically, I would venture to say about 50 meters below capacity.
Oh, it's another thing that wants to kill me. See that guy down there?
Yep.
Maximum
He's not
depth
nice.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
Okay. Oh, there's one now. What did he do? Give it back!
Did it just snatch your cell? Or did it disable you?
Briefly disabled.
Oh.
Fucking Christ. Stop it. Don't do it. Ow. That's extremely scary. I don't like that at all.
Well, if you're gonna go down there with the pod, I would suggest committing. Because you lose 4% every hit.
Is that true?
Yep.
Why is everybody here? There's things that are not supposed to be in this biome that are just casually swimming around. Or maybe they are supposed to be in this biome and I've forgotten. Now I'm very afraid and very unhappy.
The fact of the matter is, they're here, and they're attacking.
Yeah, I don't like this. Who was that?
Do you want to get out of this place?
A little. Are you a sea
suggest
monkey?
I would suggest you get down there, do the business you're gonna do, and get out.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Why am I high? What happened? Did he do that to me?
I think
What?
I think we just found another good reason not to get out of the pod. Wait, what? Where are you?
I don't...
It's... Oh,
Fully hallucinating.
hallucinating and false readings.
Go back down! I have to go home. This sucks. I didn't like that. Where's all my stuff? Oh, okay. It's just... Oh. That is not my stuff. When I'm in the sea truck, that would be sea truck things I could use. My stuff is still in my hands, but I am not in hand mode. Okay, we're gonna go under him. Well, that was a pretty steep curve in threat. What are you? I think I've scanned you already. You seem familiar.
The pod can't be moved, right?
The drop pod, no, but I can build a base elsewhere.
Maybe build one near the thing you're trying to get to.
I don't want to move there. It's very scary.
Well, no, but don't you want somewhere closer to retreat to than the pod?
I don't know, the pod being far away almost makes me feel better. I believe
Fair
I've
enough.
just killed a fish by running into it.
How could you do that to the gentle wildlife?
I don't feel great about it, but I also don't feel as bad about it as maybe I should.
For me, it's a matter of conscience. For example, did any of its buddies try to kill me?
I guess I don't know how well acquainted they all are with one another. Oh, he's right on my tail. Alright, I'm pretty sure I've investigated this platform already. Yeah, this seems familiar. Yeah, because it had the cage. And then under it was... Oop!
Watch out for Sparky over there.
Was this stuff... Did the boxes close again? What's in here? I wonder if this stuff respawns, or I didn't take it last time because my hands were full.
I remember there was at least one instance of your hands being full.
Alright, let's get in the truck.
All this water is making my bladder itch. Be right back.
Well, I think he was probably right. That I think what the game wants from me is commitment. But I am a coward. As perhaps you may have noticed from the stream. And I don't want to. I want to feel safe. But then again, this is not a game about feeling safe, I suppose. Alright, let's eat a little, let's drink a little, let's drop off some of our stuff. And then I think I'm gonna have to just go back and bite the bullet. Which I hate. I would like the record to show that I don't like that idea. Oh great, it's only been an hour. I have an hour more of this. When did I get so many waterfish? Good for me. I'm glad you're feeling more comfortable.
I apologize if the water near you is up a couple degrees.
Very funny.
Oh, that wonderful slurping sound.
Yeah. Okay. Let's... I think you're probably right.
Now what?
In that what I need to do is commit to just diving down there as fast as I can. But I hate that idea.
If you need the thing that's down there, what are your other options?
Searching harder for the upgrade. Let me hop out.
I was gonna say, you want to repair that thing first?
I do in fact have the repair tool. Water welding.
All's welded than unwelded.
I'm just bummed because I remember the lily pads being much safer than that. And obviously I remembered that wrong. Oh, while we're here,
Tops of them are.
what happened to me?
Hmm?
You. When threatened, I wasn't threatening you. The paddler emits a pheromonal defense that disrupts higher order brain function in certain species.
So it only subjectively threatens somebody.
I mean, I'm just glad that the sea truck was right there. What if I had swam towards the false one and didn't oxygen? Suffocated, that's the one.
And oxidant.
Yeah, I guess. Oxididn't. Yeah. I think that sound effect should be quieter. Because it sounds like a much larger creature. Yeah, I said it. You should be quieter. Okay. Pardon us. We have no quarrel with you, sir. He's quarreling with me, I can hear him. Oh, he bit me!
Yeah, that looked painful.
Lame. I don't know, I thought we could have gotten along.
I mean, you know how dogs and cats play bite?
Yeah, this didn't feel super playful, I won't lie.
Oh, is that decidedly not the same thing?
I guess I don't know enough about their behavior. Sucks. I don't like this anymore. This might be a bad game.
I mean, you knew there'd be scary stuff coming in.
I guess I didn't expect it quite yet.
Are you suggesting I should come up with some kind of alternative?
No. Not yet.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage
There
imminent.
is a large anomalous mass of rock that has broken away and risen above the surrounding terrain.
Yeah, thanks, I've seen it.
Hey, just a heads up to you, the rock broke away and...
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do next. I'm gonna take the battery out of this. God, I have to be
Passing 100
out of
meters.
my
Oxygen
thing.
efficiency decreased.
Do I have to be out of my thing? Oh, that's what it was. And then I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna put this into it, and then we're gonna get back in the truck, and then we're gonna go.
Warning. Passing 200 meters. Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
Is this a maze of stuff you have to go through?
I was hoping for an oxygen plant, I won't lie. I don't see any, is the trouble. What I don't see are any oxygen plants.
I'd get straight up there.
I think the sea truck is closer.
Warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
I think...
Oxygen.
Okay. Let me get right above that.
Yeah, that was what I was going to suggest.
Well, the problem with being right above that is that there's this shark.
I mean, you're kind of just going to have to evade him.
And there's the sharktopus down there. But the environmental storytelling is telling me to follow these cables. Okay, let me take a sip of this smoothie. Do I want to eat this smoothie?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's also milk products. You know? Which,
I mean...
it certainly sounds very good.
I mean, if it would help you decide, I would do it.
Yeah, you're not currently having gastric distress. It's pretty small. I think I'll be okay.
I am now watching the camera and I see a Kuro.
Wave hello to the adoring fans. Yep, there she goes.
Hi!
Take the pits out of all the cherries. It's a lot of work. What still goes crunch? Okay. Okay, there were blackberries. That's what this. No, I just thought something was really badly wrong with the milk.
I do like me a crunchy berry.
It's delicious.
Thank you, Kuro.
Alpha said thank you for some reason. I guess
For bringing,
thank
bringing you nourishment so the show continues.
She said for bringing me nourishment so the show continues. Thank you, Kuro, my wife, my love. You're very sweet
Hey!
for giving me the extra of your milkshake. It's very good.
I was worried you would think it was my sweet. It turned out a lot sweeter than I expected. This is the first time I've used fruit in the bottom yogurt.
That's a very good choice.
I should use the bathroom.
Okay.
We're gonna hit this button. I will be back.
Okay. I shall be as entertaining as I possibly can in the meantime.
Be a little less entertaining than that. I'm a little worried.
Is it safe? Are you gone? Okay, yeah, the camera says you're gone. All right, cool. So ordinarily, this might be the time where I would just say out loud what that truck name was that Kuro was talking about, and that's Kuro right over there on the other computer station. Hi, Kuro. But I'm not going to do that because if we're going to torpedo the show, it should be when Wit wants to do it. So yeah, this is one out of a series of streams this week that have all had the same theme, and that theme is wetness. Incidentally, Kuro and I are in the middle of Ocarina of Time. Kuro's playing, and we are theoretically halfway through the water temple, which is quite wet. We're playing this game tonight, which is also quite wet. Tomorrow night it's raining where we are in Shadows over Loathing, so it's also quite wet. And then to complete the week of wetness that we're having on my side of things, Sunday is Duke Nukem Forever, which is very, very wet. So yeah, that's my whole story.
I have returned.
I
Triumphant.
refrained myself from dropping the truck name.
Thank you. That was kind of you to do.
Sure. Mm. Decision time.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the best route is.
Does the pod get damaged when we're not in it?
If I leave it too deep, then I believe so, yes. But I think it probably won't get randomly attacked by sharks.
Can you do this quickly enough to get the pod back out into safety before it gets irrevocably crushed?
I don't know.
There is a way to find out, scientifically. Good choice.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Where's
Okay.
the spot?
This was not the spot.
It's a little that away.
Okay,
Spot's to the left.
There is a hole. And I think it's this. I'm gonna reload the save. Yeah, I think it's this. Okay. I'm gonna position myself over the hole.
That's what I try to do for best results.
It's certainly the most efficient.
Mm.
I remember, so there's that big mushroom with like the lattice structure. I remember that. This big waffle fry. And I think that is part of the landmarks.
Warning, maximum
I
depth reached.
didn't.
Hull damage imminent.
Is it this? Because this is just roughly where they were.
I'd save here and find out.
He bit me. If it's in here.
I'd save at this position, this way you can be right here to check each different hole.
Because we were closer to it, and we went straight down, and it wasn't what we wanted. So I think it has something to do... Stop biting me!
Are you sure the vehicle didn't veer off course?
I'm not.
So we can do another direct course for science and keep track of that indicator. Because again, we can reload. But yeah, you're veering off.
I don't know, that looks pretty close to straight down to me.
Well, yeah, I'm saying go forward at this point.
Oh, you want me to take the... Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm saying take the direct, see what happens.
Warning.
Keep
Maximum
that
depth
centered.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
It goes, like, into the rock.
Okay, so we will need a hold. Go ahead and reload.
Unless...
Unless it's right in there. It's above you.
Yeah, so this is just where they've lost the sensor. Yeah. I'm dying.
Right, but we gotta get close enough to trigger something.
Okay, I'm reloading the save. Whoop.
Yeah, we do wanna, yeah.
I think it's the hole in the middle.
Then let's take our truck and stick it.
Park that Big Mac truck right in the little garage.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think it's this.
Warning.
Yep,
Maximum depth
I know.
reached. Hull damage imminent.
Signal is to your left.
Oh, oxygen plants. Cool. Yeah.
The mark is above.
It's deeper, I know it is. But that was only one oxygen plant. That's not enough. Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time. And I'm going to go to that oxygen plant and look around and see if I can find another, because it might be a trail.
So we're gonna do this without the pod.
Well, I'm gonna go down there with the pod and see if I can find the first couple, and then I'm gonna do it without the pod.
Alright, so this is still for science.
Yes.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Right. So, we go down here. We're in here. Everyone's very angry. And then we've got this. So we went this way last time. There's another.
Hey, that pod is starting to make some really crunchy noises.
And it's starting to not respond to my controls. But that was only 2. Is there one down there? Do you want to try it?
I mean, there must be oxygen plants down there for a reason.
Yeah. I just wish I had a better idea of the trail. That's not the button I wanted. I'm not holding anything I would be devastated to lose. Yeah, he's biting me again. So...
Warning. Passing 100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
I usually find this map to be pretty useless.
Warning.
In fact, I
Passing
find this map
200
to be
meters.
pretty useless.
Oxygen efficiency greatly decreased.
So then I went this way. Here's the second one. There's another. And an artificial light. That's a good sign.
The signal is to the northeast of your position. Veering more toward the west.
I'll take that, thank you. We're doing great.
Didn't I tell you to stay away?
Yes!
From what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great. Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
Was that the only way in? Can this go a little faster, please?
At this depth, if you can get in, I would suggest you do.
Yeah, I'm going.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Let me in. All right. No, I can't scan any of these. Love this. Excellent. All right.
I mean, you are on somebody else's land here. Good puppy.
I told you to stay off my land.
You trained that thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
I'm not with Altera. I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base. If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister. There's some junk on that table that might help. I couldn't get it to work.
I haven't figured out what part of that is its eyeballs. Well,
I mean, it's got a pretty fairly well-defined face.
I guess it's the black parts in the back. Oh, you're new.
I would have thought it was the glowing blue lights where the eyes would typically be on an animal.
Maybe it'll let us get closer.
That sounds delightfully dangerous.
Sir?
I mean, I see slits where eyes would typically go.
Yeah, I think it's the black part in the back. You can see it's kind of rimmed with sort of reddish orange. And then the nostril is above, right below the blue glowy spot. Okay. He will just growl the whole time, huh? I had a dog like that.
Aw.
Yeah, I guess that's everything. I'd love to know how she got more fabric, but
Does Tephra growl like that when in guard mode?
hers is not nearly that intimidating.
Hmm.
So,
She's a good pupper anyway.
she's alright. Here's what we've gotten. This is what we need for the communication satellite. What on earth is a parallel processing unit?
It's a processing unit that doesn't intersect with literally anything else. Like ever.
Okay, starting at the top. I don't see it.
Yeah, me either.
Oh, the thermoblade!
Oh,
You
the
just
hot knife.
add a battery to a knife.
That's certainly something they could have come up with for shadows.
A parallel processing unit. I don't suppose it's around here somewhere.
I don't know.
If I can't build it, then I have to find it.
New technology acquired.
That's not it, but it's promising.
If we can't make God, we'll find one instead.
Yes? Oh, there's some coral clipping through the walls.
Grab it. Aw, you should pet the puppy.
He doesn't seem to be in the mood.
Mm.
Parallel processing
Unit.
unit.
Ha 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 ha.
Parallel processing unit.
You hear that, Twitch? We're saying unit on the air. Do something.
Parallel processing unit.
Parallel processing unit.
I'll be honest, I don't even remember what the thing is. Is it under miscellaneous? No, it's not under miscellaneous. This. Parallel processing unit. Was that something I was supposed to get on the island? And did I? Is there another one, if I've missed it?
I am afraid I don't know the answers to any of those questions.
Parallel processing unit.
Are we sure the perpendicular variety wouldn't do better?
I'm not.
Of course, we don't even know if the perpendicular variety even exists, so...
The what?
Perpendicular processing unit.
No, I mean alien distress call.
Ah, yes.
Parallel processing. Well, I think we have searched everything there is to search in here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see any parallel processing units. So I think we have no choice but to return home.
Yeah, for now, until we can regroup and organize a search plan.
I'm hoping that it is on the Delta Island.
Hmm.
Parallel processing unit. Okay. How the shit do we get out of here? You know what? I'll scan this some other time.
Yeah, I'd say get out of here for now, and then Once
Ooh,
we have a stronger
nickel's very
pot.
valuable, though.
I mean, once we have a
Ow.
stronger pot, we might have an easier time.
Stop me if you see an oxygen plant.
Right. There's one.
Yes, thanks.
Sure. There.
We're gonna be fine. Swarp. I got it, I got it, I got it. Parallel processing unit. What the shit is a parallel processing unit? Come here. You're too silly.
I'm not sure what
Oh,
it is.
god dang it.
New creature discovered.
It's taking my mouse. Sea truck? We're just gonna... Yeah, the drop pod's probably not down there. The sounds she makes are pretty funny. Parallel processing unit. Oop,
Does Kuro know that she makes funny noises?
that this woman makes funny noises?
I thought that was what I was hearing through the microphone.
Oh, no, the blah, blah was the character.
Oh.
Because she was so disoriented and dizzy.
My bad. I thought she was making funny noises just to be funny,
No.
which is a thing she'd do.
Yeah, she's more of a words girl than a noises girl. Alright. We will have to come back this way fairly soon to go to the Delta Facility Island. But I do want to take this home and drop off the rubies I picked up and see if there's anything worth crafting.
How many rupees did you pick up?
Rubies, not rupees.
Oh, sorry, wrong wet game.
That game will not stay wet for much longer. You guys are almost done with that, right?
We stopped just before mini-boss. Like, we're literally knocking on the door of acquiring the or the long shot.
Makes life worth living.
Indeed.
I wonder how you survived without it.
Yep. It'll make getting out of that temple a lot less of a long shot.
Whoops. I meant to hit the repair button.
At this depth, you have 2 minutes, 15 seconds of air.
Okay, that's not bad. Parallel processing unit. What the fuck is a one of those?
I don't know what a one of those is, but a parallel processing unit is something you attach to your unit to make it process in parallel, instead of an arc. Like, consider the arc reactor from Tony Stark's suit, right?
I will not. You can't make me.
Well, instead of that, it's a straight line. It doesn't curve up like you'd expect. I don't know. I really don't know how else to describe it.
Parallel processing unit. Here's the thing, though, is I can go all the way back there. I don't know, maybe I'll find it. And then I have to bring it all the way back.
Hmm.
Parallel processing unit.
I've thrown a call for help as to what a parallel processing unit is.
To whom?
To our group. I'm not asking where to find one, I'm asking what it is.
I mean, if we really want to know, there's an incredible wiki.
Yeah, but do we really want to know, or do we want to
Well,
just know for the
here's
sake
what
of
I really want to know. I really want to know, was it in Maida's base, Marguerite Maida's base, or is it on the Delta Island? That's what I want to know.
That's what you want to know?
Yes,
What
from
you really want to know?
Zig Zig Ah. From there, I can handle it myself.
Well, let me know if you want me to outright cheat for it.
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. One cheat code coming right up.
Not like a full cheat. I just want to know that thing. I will do the nitty-gritty hunting of it all.
How to find the parallel processing unit.
And then scan through until you find either the word Marguerite Maida or Delta Station.
How to find the parallel processing unit. Welcome to IGN Subnautica Below Zero Guide How-To section. This page will teach you to find the parallel processing unit required for hijacking Altera communications for Marguerite, who crash-landed on 4546B and needs help getting Altera off her back.
Right.
This is an important mission for story progress, and Marguerite will also gift you plants when you've done this for her. Additionally, her sea base contains a sea truck perimeter security upgrade you can take after completing her storyline.
Ha! Took it already.
How to find the parallel processing unit. Once you have the laser cutter, you are ready to begin collecting fragments of the parallel processing unit. You will need to find the Mercury 2 wreck in order to do so.
Oh, okay. Stop. That sounds familiar. I have done all this before. Do I have the laser cutter? No, I do not.
Mercury 2, huh?
Yeah.
I prefer Uranus.
Okay. Well, now what I need to know is where the laser cutter fragments are found.
Would you like me to cheat for it?
Not yet. I haven't seen them around here.
Boy, that was one colossal cave we just came out of.
Speaking of, have you ever felt the urge to try that again?
Not one little bit.
Really?
I took the shot that I wanted to take, and I did distinctly okay with it. See, now it's no longer blind, and therefore it kind of loses the play appeal for me.
Yeah, but the whole point of that game is to develop strategies of, like, what things you carry, what things you drop where. in order to maximize. It's not supposed to be beaten blind. It never was.
I've lost my desire for that a long time ago. I just wanted to see what I could do on pure improvisation.
You did pretty darn well.
Thanks. See, to me, that's the harder skill to develop.
I mean, yeah, I just don't think there's any shame in not succeeding in a place where that was not the intended skill.
Oh, there's not, certainly. It's just a matter of desire. And for me, the desire has been fulfilled.
Alright. Is it safe to get out of the car?
See, as far as I'm concerned, that was a Sierra game. Roberta Williams is very much always Sierra, even after leaving.
Yeah, apparently, she and her husband did a lot of this together.
Yep.
I don't really need ribbon plants right now.
And I mean, they did a lot of their Sierra stuff together, too. Ken Williams was a pretty high-up exec producer for most of the games. And Roberta, absolute visionary for a good story.
But,
At what point do you want to run through those?
oh, I don't know. I don't know. A very small part of me actually wants to try playing Phantasmagoria, but it's a pretty small part of me. Stop me if you see a laser cutter.
See something abnormal down there.
Warning. Maximum depth reached. Hull damage
There's some
imminent.
dark object behind you.
Yeah, the glowy guy. And the fragment. If you scan fragments of technology that you already have, it will just give you titanium, which I am not hurting for at this time.
Can't spell titanium without tan.
Okay, I'm gonna go back. Oops.
There's no C in it, so you can spell it without com.
Thank God. Unless the laser cutter fragment is near the Mercury too. Which would be a little cruel.
I am currently not looking at the article, so...
No, nor should you.
Forgive me, Father, for I have committed the action upon sinning.
I mean, I asked you to do it. I don't think you need to confess.
Oh, believe me, I need to confess to something. I just don't know what it is yet.
Well, first you have to sin, so that's the fun part. Ooh, okay. This is promising.
Does intentional outset for cringe constitute a sin?
Yes, in my opinion, but that's a fairly personal opinion. Okay, I believe these guys don't hurt.
Give it a big hug.
Well, he is definitely coming towards me. Which I wish it would not do.
Aw, come play with us. We won't bite.
Oh, well, my sea truck has a defense upgrade, so I actually will, in fact, bite a little bit.
Not intentionally.
I mean, only if it touches me.
Do you beat up everything that touches you?
Is it like sucking in water or something?
Yeah, I mean, some people do drink that much water.
Ow. It's following me. I hate that. Oh my god! Look at its teeth!
Hear me out, though. This game with Surgeon Sim controls.
No, I feel out of control enough. Get back.
You know.
Get. Shoo. Oh, all this is doing is hurting me and not really hurting it. Wow, hate that. Okay, I thought those were peaceful. I think what I'm looking for is around here somewhere.
It wouldn't be the little Wi-Fi looking symbol on the lower right, would it?
No. I don't.
have been able to sense the location of an important artifact.
Oh.
I will share its coordinates so you can look into it.
Got it.
Well, thank you, Board Collective.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Indeed. His name is Alan, thank you very much.
Hey, some Borg had names of their own. Q, for example.
Oh, no, I don't. It's not what I wanted.
But is it something?
Yeah, it will be.
It's getting cold here.
The thing with salt water is that it can be colder than freezing and still not be frozen.
Spring has sprung, fall has fell. Winter's here and it's colder than hell.
Wow, there is 1,000 of these guys, huh?
Sounds like lunch, breakfast, and dinner for almost an entire year. In that order, mind you. Lunch comes before breakfast.
Hull damage imminent.
I mean, there's nothing in the rulebook that says you can't.
I mean, like, we have breakfast for dinner fairly often. Pancakes, waffles, eggs, bacon, all the good stuff. Of course, I'm in it for the bacon. I do like bacon.
What are those? Oh! The very weird fish. So,
I would have guessed that they were swallows.
if you swim through them, I believe it refills your oxygen. Yeah, if you click, you can breathe off them.
I thought you were talking about the school of fish, not the ring.
No, isn't that weird?
Hmm.
Oh, I forgot that they look like eyeballs from the top. Isn't that awful?
I see. Do they, though?
Do they what?
Do they see?
Oh, probably not.
You know, the food and water system we have here makes me think of a DOS game.
Anyone in particular?
Yes, Mystic Towers.
Don't know it.
It's a somewhat 3D third-person spellcasting game. It would almost be platforming, except there's... Well, no, it kind of is platforming. There is jumping involved. But anyway, the food, water, and health system are exactly the same in that game. If you still have your internal food and water supplies, they go down after so much time, whereas your health comes back up for having depleted that little bit. If either is empty, your health starts going down. If both are empty, your health goes down faster until you finally die. So finding food and water fairly frequently are a major part of that game. And the fun part for me is that all of those meters are the same colors here as they are there. How long ago was that one? I know I did that one by myself. That was also very early on, January 2018. Wow, I did a lot of good ones early, huh?
Is that Alien Stress Cult? That's not where we found Alan, was it?
Might be, actually. Because, I mean, we were investigating some wreck with some unfortunate passengers.
Yeah, I just can't think. I gotta stop bouncing off of walls. I'm not a very good driver. I just can't think of what else it could be.
I mean, I don't think either of us is really bouncing off the walls tonight.
No, both fairly low energy.
I mean, I'm bouncing off something, but it's not reverberating very well.
Alright. If I remember correctly, the Mercury is on the opposite side of the Delta Station Island.
Keep an eye on food and water, though. You're nearing a third on both.
I have some water, and I have a lot of food.
That's good. H2O, 12 ounces, microorganism free.
Might as well eat them both now. So I think I know, that the wreck is at the base of the island somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where.
I will do my best to keep an eye out for it.
That is appreciated. We're getting color change. Getting color change because it's turning back into kelp forest. Interesting.
Think the creatures will be willing to help you out?
No, from this point on, pretty much everything wants to kill me. Okay, are these back to the eyeball jellies? Are they the same eyeball jellies?
Do they make good sandwiches?
I don't think so. creep me out pretty bad. They're not as bad as the ones from the last game. The jelly crabs, I think they were called. Those, no good. Wanted to hurt you very bad. Didn't like them.
And also sandwiches.
Oh yeah, definitely no good on sandwich. Too many crunchy parts on those.
Oh, I didn't want the crab, I wanted the jelly.
Unfortunately, they are connected.
Do they bleed jelly?
I never tried to kill one.
That's how we get the jelly, we bleed them out.
Then that was my mistake. Alright, I'm pretty sure I scanned those already. See anything down there? Just more crab jellies, huh? Sure are a lot of those. This is fine, and I'm not at all tense.
Why don't I believe you?
That's a good question, I think. You need to sit with that on your heart and come up with, you know, just what leads you to feel that way at this time. Maybe something's going on in your own life.
I think the title of the stream is a pretty good indication.
No. No.
And I think your aversion to me making weird noises into the microphone is another very good indication.
They're just very loud and startling. What are
And
you?
I think the fact that you're
Warning,
having trouble with
passing
certain
100 meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
What are you? You're too silly. I have scanned you
New
already.
creature discovered.
What about you? What
I also-
fun way will you kill me?
I also think the problem you're having with the sounds that are actually in the game is yet another good indication.
Oh, this is my least favorite music track. Yes, yes. Storm and Fury roaring at me.
It's no transit perdition, that's for sure.
Why is it so dark? Maybe it's nighttime.
It's not nearly as ambient, and it's not nearly as hypnotic.
I think that track would have been better served if they had it in the game a little quieter. It was so loud.
Warning, maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Stop complaining, we're not that deep.
Okay, I'm trying to reorient myself as exactly which way is up. Yeah.
Probably where it's lighter is up.
Yeah, it's just like exactly which way is up is my trouble.
I'd say pull up from here as you're moving.
Well, I mean, the wreckage is not going to be...
Oh boy, hello. Hello, friend.
Maximum depth reached. Hull damage imminent.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming because it was a different noise.
Your face did funny things, though, when that happened.
Yeah. It's like, you know what that doesn't sound like?
A good time.
It doesn't sound like the little dinosaur guys. It was longer, and before I got a chance to say, hey, did that sound different to you? I think I'm gonna go home.
Well, the time does indicate that it's close to that time anyhow.
I'm gonna take my ball and go. Don't you start with me.
The indicator on the upper right says you have 6 of them to take home. Hear me out, though.
Why we should make baseballs out of titanium, which is what that indicator is?
Well, that, and why not put into this like a Catan kind of trading mechanism where you can take 2 of something you have in excess and trade it in for 1 of something you need.
Because you are...
That would help you right now.
It would. It's not that we're alone on the planet per se, although we are mostly alone on this planet. It's that we don't want anyone to know we're here because we're not supposed to be here. We are here illegally, so anyone with whom I could trade, I should not let them know that I'm here.
I mean, also depends on your definition of alone and almost alone.
Not a lot of people on this planet.
Oh, people specifically?
I don't know that any of those creatures have diamonds, which is what I could use right about now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you're talking alone, not at all. There are billions of creatures willing to make your acquaintance and to bond with you.
I'm sure they would be honored to have me for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, we're a mess. Let's use up the battery on our repair tool. It's very efficient, does some good work.
Indeed, and you'll still have a couple % left when this is done.
Exactly a couple.
See? I know how to math.
You're very good at that.
Hmm.
Do I have the ability to charge batteries? It does not seem that way. Yes, it does. Fantastic. Okay.
My question would have been, is Robin cybernetic enough to use the electrical charge in her heart to charge a battery?
No, she is not. But I have the habitat builder, or I will. And I have the battery charger, so... If I wasn't so busy this weekend, I would do this off camera and I would make us a little base.
You can't spell habitat without habitat.
That is undoubtedly true.
Ooh, fiber mesh? Oof.
Yeah, that's what we use for bandages.
Oh, not that kind of mesh. Got it.
What other kinds of mesh are there?
Do I need to go down that road?
I just am not following it all.
Okay, vaginal mesh.
Oh! Like to repair a fistula?
Something like that.
I would not have gotten there in a million years.
Mm.
They use meshes to repair hernias too. Anyway,
yeah.
It's definitely time for me to go to bed.
I will be here next week.
I'm pretty sure I will too. I don't have anything really going on.
Way.
I am not going to the anime convention, so I will be totally fine with our normal schedule.
Cool.
Same bat time, same bat channel, and we simply must stop. All this cost you is choice.
Beggars are my dildos.
Stay masculine.